So I'm Linda, I am the co-founder and CPO of MyFriend, and I have 3 pets. I have 2 cats, Fellini, who's a Maine Coon, he's 13 years old. We have a cat, Thai street cat, she's 1 now, and Harry, Thai Ridgeback, who's 3 months. So I used to have another cat before called Berlioz. When he passed, it was actually my first pet. When he passed, I was devastated. Like I never knew I could be devastated by the loss of a pet. I was really heartbroken, and 2-3 months passed, and Kevin, my husband, saw me. He was like, okay, we need to do something because you're crying on a regular basis. It was not fun for him. So we started looking at cats, and really at that time we were really aiming for Maine Coon. We saw that breed at different shows, we saw it on TV, and we just really wanted to have a Maine Coon because we've heard that they had a great character. And oh, look at them, they are beautiful, really beautiful. So turns out that we found this small breeder, a lady called Martine in France, and she just had a litter of cats. And when we saw him, the pictures of him, he was like 2-3 weeks old, we're like, okay, that's the one that we want. And we contacted her, we told her our story about Berlioz, how we loved him, how devastating his loss had been. We asked her to adopt, well actually purchase, because it was a breeder, purchase Fellini. And until he was 4 months, she kept on sending us pictures and videos every week, so we could really see him growing up as well. And we drove, I think it was 500 kilometers from south of France to where he was to pick him up. He was not very happy in the car, in his cage, so he ended up doing the 400-500 kilometers back on our laps, and he was very happy about it. And it has been now 13 years, and he's great. Then I have a cat. So a cat, again a story of loss. So last summer we lost our dog Charlotte, Brussels Griffon. We lost her, I mean she was 15, so it was kind of expected to lose her. At that time it was our daughter Sasha who was heartbroken. She would cry every week, she would miss her, ask about her, when she would come back. Never, unfortunately. And we started trying to get her mind out of it. So we went to pet cafes, dogs and cats, different stuff. And we started asking ourselves, should we adopt a cat? And of course, because of my work at MyFriend, we of course had contacts with different associations. And I saw this little black cat at Paul's shelter. So what we did is we went to the adoptable cat cafe that was at that time at True Digital. And that day we didn't really expect to adopt, we just wanted to see. And I saw different cats, a lot of them super cute, but I didn't have any real connection. And finally I found a cat who was at that time called Mr. Green because they misgendered her. And she was hiding inside a box. And I don't know, we fell in love with her, adopted her the same day, and she's great, she's super smart. And Harry, we just realized that we were really missing having a dog. And again, because of my work, we could see different associations. I mean, I see puppies and kittens every day on Facebook pages. And we saw him and we saw others. I was okay, let's go and see. And again, we went to the Adoptable Puppy Cafe at Union Space. Again, not really planning to adopt, but wanting to see. I think I'm just lying to myself, in fact. Different dogs that we saw, some of them that I really liked for the looks, but again, no connection. And Harry actually spent his whole time napping on Sasha and staying with her, and yeah, we just adopted him as well. At first I would say I was a cat person. I was really a cat person. I think I still am a cat person. I mean, if I go out, I will always have a stray cat following me or cuddling with me. I do have a thing for cat. But Kevin is a dog person, really at first. But both of us actually, because we had both, we just really became both. So today, they bring very different things. I am very lucky to have super nice pets, very cuddly, very nice, and very naughty as well. But I'm actually both. I love both for different reasons, but I love both. I would say that, well, a dog requires getting out on a regular basis, especially Harry, he's a puppy. So that means every 2 hours you have to go out. You have to train him, you have to do a lot of things to make it, to have a nice relationship. With cats, I would say it's more easy. They have the litter box, so you don't have to take them out. It's easier and it's more calm. It's a different relation, both great, but I would say that dogs require more maintenance, much more work on the daily basis. So I'm always told that Fellini is so majestic because he's so big, etc. But he's the clumsiest, silliest cat ever. And actually a lot of Maine Coons are that way. They look majestic, but they are very, very silly. They're super silly. Every night we have a little ritual. We are both on the couch and he comes and cuddles with me. That's his thing. It's every night I have my 10-15 minutes just cuddling with him. Then I would say a cat. She's tiny. She's super smart. Like very, very intelligent. I trained her to do a couple of tricks. I didn't have to train her. She just did them. She just went in her box, did some things. I mean, really, really, really super smart. I guess street smart. Harry, well, he's still a puppy, so I would say that, of course, like all puppy, a lot of energy, but he's sweet. He's super sweet. He's always very friendly with dogs, with kids, with adults. He's super friendly, super nice. I guess, yeah, I would say that Harry is a naughty little puppy, like all puppy are, but he's very sweet, very, very sweet. I would say that first, of course, research the association or the shelter you are going to adopt with, see what they do, how you can help as well, because they need donation, they need time as well. You can volunteer with them. But I would say that, of course, you are probably going to fall in love with a picture because they post pictures of pets. Looks are nice, but I think the connection is the most important. And I think it's very important to meet the cat or the dog that you're going to adopt before, because you might just find out that nothing really happens. And I do think that you adopt a cat or a dog, but they adopt you as well. So if nothing happens, maybe it's just not meant to be and they need to find another family. You're not the right family for them. And that's what happened with a cat. Something clicked. Harry, something clicked. I had my eyes on another puppy, which was nice, super sweet, but just the connection wasn't there. So I do think that not just looking at the pictures, you have to meet them, you have to see them. Even if you have to go several times, ask questions to the shelters to know the backstory, to know what happened to them, because it might be difficult if they're older, cats or dogs. You need to know what happened to them, and you need to understand if you are ready to step up if needed, because not all stories of adoptions are nice. Some cats or dogs were abused, some come from the street and had very difficult life. So you have to ask yourself if you're ready for this as well. I would say, again, make your research. You need to make sure that your lifestyle, that your home environment is fit for a dog or a cat. If you are in a high-rise condominium, you need to protect your balcony. Accident happens. You can't rely just on the trust of having the doors, the windows closed. Things happen and you don't want your cat jumping out of the window. You don't want that. Even if it's just a second or third floor, you just don't want that. Do your research, make sure that you can take care of them because they are with you for their whole life. You need to provide food, a shelter, but also a lot of love. And love also takes time. It takes time. Have patience. Do not forget that pets react as animals. If they react badly to something, it's probably just because they're scared or defensive. And you have to understand why. If you understand the why, you can probably solve it. There's a ton of content on our magazine. You have videos, tips to understand how to deal with a cat, with a dog, and problems that you might encounter. So take the time and yeah, it's a decision to take a pet. It's a lifelong decision for them. So you need to be ready for this.